okay with not wearing the pants, though?
I just naturally do.
Let me ask you this: Has a guy ever told you, no, you're not wearing that?
No. Never.
Like, no, you're not behaving that. Like, if you ever, like, what would you do, like, if you farted?
I mean, I'm sure.
If you farted in public, your man was like, you're not acting like that. Like, you're not embarrassing me or behaving like that in front of public.
Say that again to me.
Beat their ass.
And I don't want to be with you. Like, I am going to do whatever I want. I'm going to act however I want. If you don't like it, that's fine. I'm going to be who I am.
Everything you said ties into the boss.
Hold on. But have you been in a position where someone said that and you're like, that's fine, they just walked away?
Sure, if you don't want to like me.
I've had girls tell me shit like that, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And then they flip out, and they're like, why are you walking away from me? Why are you being disrespectful? It's like, hey, you just told me. Like, hey. It's like,
yeah, I mean.
I'm just wondering, like, people say things, but, like, are you really like that?
I mean, I left a relationship that I was very, very involved in after 6 years because of something that I couldn't control. You know, a drug addiction, like you can't
That's
change
not
somebody.
The same thing, though.
So
It's
I
extreme,
have
but-
no fear of losing anybody anymore. Like, you know, if I love my partner who I'm with now, but if he woke up one day and was like, all right, I don't like the things that you're doing and wanted to dip out, like I would be totally fine with that. I don't want you to stay with me because you feel bad for me. And I know I could find another man in a second. I'm not worried about that, but I'd also be really, really grateful for the opportunity to explore being alone also.
So you're an as is. There's no improvement. No, a guy can't alter anything you're doing.
No, not a guy. I can alter what I'm doing. I don't think I'm as is because I'm constantly growing and learning and changing, but I'm as is to somebody else. Like, you can take me or you leave me. I don't give a shit.
So if your guy was like, you're not doing that, I have to lead this relationship and I'm putting my foot down, you're not wearing that to this thing, you would be like, no?
I mean, if I wanted to wear it, I guess I would take that into consideration. Like, what am I wearing? I would take it into consideration. But
Oh, yeah, good.
if he did that shit all the time and was like constantly trying to tell me what I could do, who I could hang out with, that's not freedom in a relationship. That's
different,
control.
That's different. You changed your
you
narrative.
said, if a guy said something like this and I didn't like it, I'd leave, which I call bullshit because I don't think you'd be like that all the time.
No,
If
not necessarily.
You know, like, because people I don't care if you care about someone and they say, oh, well, I don't want you to do that. And you're like, I don't agree with it.
Well, yeah,
and
obviously
I'm
gonna,
see ya,
like,
you're
be
going to be like, oh, hey, fuck you then. I'll find someone new.
Yeah,
At first you
it's
sound like you
definitely
just do whatever
about
you want to do.
compromise, but am I going to change who I am for somebody?
That's not what we're saying. We're saying,
Okay, compromise, absolutely. That's a huge aspect of a relationship. I'll compromise with anybody to the end of the earth.
So for instance, if he's like, yo, I don't want you swearing around my grandma. We're about to meet Granny.
I wouldn't swear around her. But
That's
like,
what I
if it
mean.
was a thing about
Well,
like
we said I don't
clothes,
want you farting in front of my friends.
I would say I can't help when I fart. I got an active asshole.
But that's
Hurts
what if he
to
says
hold
that?
them
That's
in.
not ladylike, though.
But it hurts to
then
hold them in. Why
then
should
I
our
would be
tummies hurt?
pissed. If that was a thing that like.
Or what if he said, I can't desire you sexually if you do that?
I
then
would not be
don't.
with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be with him.
I have sent my boyfriend
Absolutely
pictures
not.
of my poop. If you don't laugh at them, and honestly, they're impressive. So if you can't get with it, I will not be with you. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no. Like,
So,
Poop pants.
Yeah, poop pant till I die.
so then what if he said, all right, if you're going to do that, you're going to forfeit oral sex now? Because there's no way,
I wouldn't
Oral
be like,
sex.
I'm
I
not
don't have to
forfeiting
give it
shit.
anymore.
and you don't receive it either.
I don't like it. So it's okay.
I mean,
That would be
if
weird.
it would
because
just
it's like,
be
why
not the
don't
right
you
person. So
appreciate me.
Because guys are very visual.
Yeah.
And
well,
once-
I'll tell you, it has not made the bedroom dead at all. If anything, it enhanced it. Like, you should try
yeah, you
it.
should be comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
you should feel. Why should I be shamed for having a bodily function that I literally can't help?
Because it's
Especially
not
an
sexy.
impressive one.
But it's not supposed
it's
to be
impressive.
sexy. It's not meant to be sexy.
What are
I'm
you
just
saying? What do you
being a
mean
literal
impressive?
human.
They're impressive. Would you say mine are impressive?
yeah.
Yeah. It's like
guys are
you'd pay
weird.
Her
to see
poops
them.
are impressive. Like, when you take
I'd
it
be like, man,
nice
keep that to
shit-
yourself.
I mean, we don't have to stay on that topic, but
Yeah, I wouldn't. like if I can't be fully comfortable and I have to hold my farts in, it's not gonna work because I
No.
fart all the time.
People poop when they
better
have
see a doctor.
children, like not on
I should
purpose,
see a
but like it
doctor.
comes out at the same time.
I got
so
some
like,
Tums.
Doesn't work. But yeah, like
Okay, so do you care that? So does how much value does your mate, or boyfriend or husband, find you attractive and desirable?
I would prefer that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's my point.
So
is
like, here's a weird example. My boyfriend has a way less active asshole than I do, and I've never seen the man shit. Never heard him fart. I've never heard him fart in the 2 years we've been dating, and I think that that's fucking weird.
and he shuts the door all the time.
And he shuts the door when he's shitting, which that's fine. I don't care. But like the fact that I'm like, why haven't you farted in front of me? Like you must not feel comfortable around me.
Yeah.
Like what?
The
what
first
is
fart's
this?
a big deal in a
yeah,
relationship.
yeah. I feel like that's such
So-
a pivotal moment.
And he just like doesn't need to, I guess. So that, but like I'm like offended by it. You know, I'm like, well, what? Why are you hiding this from me? Like if you can't do this in front of me, why? How am I supposed to be able to feel comfortable in front of you? You know, like we live together. I fart.
He's
you know?
probably like, shut the door.
But like he doesn't care.
No.
He could give a fuck less if I'm farting. But you know, I took a personal offense that he wasn't farting in front of me because I'm like, well,
I would too.
I'd be farting, so I'm gonna need you to start farting because I want to feel more comfortable.
Once you open that door, though, sometimes they do it too much. So
Interesting.
Just be careful what you wish for.
So like, you would do it during sex too?
No.
Absolutely not.
Awful.
So why would you turn it off and on?
You can't turn it off and on, but
You
when you're
can.
having sex, normally your body just doesn't fart because it's like a protective.
Sometimes I'm worried it's going to happen.
Sometimes I worried it's gonna happen too, but it has happened before.
And here's why you worry it's going to happen, because you know it's not desirable.
Well, that would be, it would just be like
ruin
embarrassing
the
and
moment
awkward.
a little
bit.
So
It
I've
ruins
had
the moment.
embarrassing and awkward moments before. Like,
But if you can't
And
have,
it-
if you
we
can't be
got past
comfortable with
it.
your woman and
Yeah.
have an
You can get
embarrassing
over it.
sexual encounter, like, then you shouldn't be having sex with her. Because if you can't, have your woman queef in front of you or fart, then what the fuck are you doing? You got to make her feel comfortable in that moment because we can't control what happens in our bodies.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like, not all the
You
time.
can control a fart.
Not all the
Not
time.
always,
Not
no.
all the time. And a queef, absolutely not.
if
So
you have full control, how old are you? 47? I can't believe you have that much control.
yeah,
You're
you just give
very
it a couple
lucky.
years and you're going to be
Give it a
farting
couple years.
while you're having sex
Don't
all
trust
the
a fart
time.
at all.
You
No.
might slip a little shit out your ass while you're having sex. And
This is
Haven't you ever?
I know.
Okay,
I was like, this has gone like a
Can I
weird.
because